In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to convert base 10 numbers into base 2. Okay, so base 10 numbers are also known as decimal numbers, and base 2 numbers are also known as binary numbers. So we'll be converting from base 10 to base 2. And we have two examples here. The first one is a whole number. The other one is a what we call a float number, okay, or a decimal number. Okay, so in the first one here, when you are converting a number from base 10 to base 2, you divide the number by 2 repeatedly and write down the remainders. Okay, so we are going to draw a line here, another one there, then we have our 39 here. Okay, so we are going to be dividing 2 into this 39 until we reach 0, writing down the remainders. So here's our 2. So 2 into 39, we have 2 into 39, we have 19. The remainder is 1. So we write the remainder there. And then we divide again here. Into 19, we divide 2. 2 into 19 here, we are going to have 9 here. And the remainder is 1. And then we continue dividing. 2 into 9, we have 4. The remainder is 1. 2 into 4, we have 2. The remainder is 0. There's no remainder. And then, okay, we can do that. 2 into 2, we are going to have 1, and the remainder is 0. So we continue dividing. 2 into 1, it does not go in there, so it's 0, remainder 1, this same one here. And so for us to write down the number now in base 2, we write the remainders starting from the bottom going up. So therefore, our answer will be 1, 0, okay, 0. So 1 here, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. And then we have base 2 here. We can put a small 2 down there. And so this is what 39 is in base 2. Okay, so now we come to the decimal number or the float number B here, which is 14.125. Okay, so for a number like this, we have to take care of one thing here. We have to notice that here, this number is made up of two numbers. There is 14 and 0.125. So from point here going this side, the 14 here is one number and the 0.125 is another number. So these two numbers were added together to get 14.125. And this number is actually in base 10. Okay. Okay, so for base 10, we don't usually put there, but it's in base 10. So we are going to convert 14 separately from 0.125. So we'll start with 14. So for you to change 14 to base 2, you divide 14 by 2 repeatedly. Okay, and write down the remainder. So 2 into 14, we are going to have 7, remainder 0. 2 into 7, we are going to have 3 here. The remainder is 1. 2 into 3, it's 1. Remainder 1. 2 into 1, it's 0. Remainder 1. And so we are going to write 14 in base 2 using the remainder starting from the bottom going up. Okay, so that 14 is going to be 1, 1, 1, 0 in base 2. And so we are not yet complete with the whole number. Now we have to convert 0.125 in base 2. So let me use our red color here just to put a line that divides. Okay, so here for you to change this number, to convert this number to binary or to base 2, for such a number, you multiply by 2 repeatedly. You multiply by 2 repeatedly. And so we are going to have, when we multiply here 2 times 5, we are going to have 10, 0 carry 1, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1, we have 5. And then we have 2 times 2 here, we have 2. And then with our point here and the 0 in front. Okay, so now what you do now is to write down this 0 here. You write down the 0 here, the one in front of the decimal point here. This 0 which we have in front here. Okay, so let me write it properly here. After multiplying here, what we get is 0.250. And so the 0 that you write down is this one here. You write down this 0. So I'm going to write it down somewhere. Okay. Let me write it down here. So you say 0. And then you multiply this same answer again, 0.250 times 2. Okay. Which will give us 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10. So we have 0 carry 1. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1, we have 5. 2 times 0, we have 0, and our point here. And so after getting this, we are now going to write down this 0 now. This 0, we'll write it down here. I'll write it down here. Okay, and then we multiply the 0.500 times 2 again. So we continue multiplying until this number in front changes. Okay, so we are going to have 2 times 0, which will give us 0. 2 times this 0 again here will give us 0. 2 times 5 will give us 10, so 0 carry 1. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1 that we carried, which will give us 1 here. And then the decimal point will be there. And so we are going to write down now this one here. Okay, so now to write down the answer now, we are going to start from the top. So for this one here, we start from the top now going down. Okay, so let me also write it down here, 0, 0, 1, and then you write from the top going down. And so we are going to have 0.001. So starting from the top here, just on top of the 0, this is 0, you have the point there. So this is the point. So 0.001. And so we have two numbers now. We have two numbers that we've converted. Okay, we have this one here and we have this one here. So we are now going to combine them by adding the two. So adding the two numbers, so the final answer for 14.125 in binary form or in base 2, we are now going to have this one which we got here, which is 1110, and then point. You put a point there, and then you write these three numbers that we have here, 1, 2, 3. So which is 0, 0, 1, and this is in base 2. And this marks the end of our lesson. Thank you.